All right, on we go to immigration, and this question is for you, Ms. Eastman. Some in Congress have suggested breaking up immigration fixes into smaller and perhaps less complicated bills. Can immigration solutions on the most difficult issues be achieved in this fashion, or do they require some comprehensive measure?
Well, I certainly support comprehensive immigration reform, especially right now when we have an administration that continues to put out policies that are so antithetical to who we are as Americans and so immoral. This policy of separating families at the border is one of the most torturous and despicable things I can think of as a parent. We have a lot of dreamers in our district and a number of people who are here under the TPS, or Temporary Protected Status program. They deserve for us to fight for them right now, and we need to pass a Clean Dream Act so that dreamers no longer have to live in the shadows and no longer have to be worried about facing deportation. These are people who are our friends, neighbors. They were brought here through no fault of their own, and they are a significant boost to our economy. We need to do the right thing and pass a Clean Dream Act.
Congressman Bacon, same question. Less complicated bills when it comes to immigration. Is it possible?
I support a comprehensive bill that adds security to our border. We need security at our border, and our voters want it. Our district wants that. We also need to reform our legal immigration system, expand our H-1s and our H-2s. I've talked to so many in our community that need H-4 visas, like our Indian community, who's in dire need of expansion there. But we also need more judges so we could do judicial hearings faster, better facilities that could hold folks that we catch coming across the border. We do need to stop catch and release, because so many people who are released do not come back to their court case, and that violates the rule of law. But I also support a way to give our DACA youth a permanent residence or a pathway to citizenship as part of this. Our district has made it clear we want security, we want reforms, we want a compassionate way forward for our DACA youth. And I have voted twice to do all of those for two different compromise bills. I have voted for a pathway for DACA that came with security, but we couldn't get enough compromise from the left or right to make that reality.
Congressman, you voted for a bill over and over again that supports building a border wall that we cannot afford as a country. It's so interesting that we keep getting this question about how we're going to afford health care, but we're not asking how we afford a border wall that doesn't solve the problem and actually is unaffordable for the United States of America. And to be telling DACA recipients in our district that you are with them but voting for a wall, and as you say that everybody in our district supports this. I've talked to a number of people. We don't support this because we know it's not the right solution for dealing with our immigration issues.
May I respond?
Yes, Congressman.
Our polling, but I've seen this firsthand, 82% of our district in one poll, 76 in another, want physical security at our border, reforms to our immigration, and compassion for our DACA. But we need a border wall. Our Border Patrol says they need roughly 700 miles of wall, because we have fentanyl coming here, leading to 70,000 deaths this year from overdoses. We have ISIS and Al-Qaeda coming through Mexico, Central America, from the Middle East. On the average, about 15, somewhere in the pipeline per day. Guatemala says they have 40 in custody. And so we need a physical security for the security of our nation.